8 reasons you think your YouTube channel is not growing and what you need to do about it. I know that feeling. Let me be honest with you. There is a particular feeling that comes after uploading a video. When you are a smaller YouTuber, you upload a video, you feel excited. You tell yourself, maybe this is the one. Then you come back after a few hours. You open YouTube Studio and you find 27 views. You refresh, still 27. Sometimes you wait until the next morning. You find still 34 views. And suddenly that excitement you had yesterday is gone. You start asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't my channel growing? Why are other people getting thousands of views while I'm struggling not to get 50? And sometimes you don't even tell anyone. You just quietly stop uploading. I know that feeling. And I am not saying that as a huge YouTuber who has already figured out everything. I am a YouTube beginner too. I am still learning. I am still experimenting. I am still looking at my own YouTube studio and wondering why some videos move and others don't. But there is one thing you need to know about me. I don't create only because I want views. What keeps me creating is passion. I am a teacher by profession. Teaching is part of who I am. I love reading. I love researching. I love learning something today and explaining it to someone tomorrow. That is what gives me energy. So, when the views are low, I may feel disappointed, but I don't feel like I have lost my purpose. And that is a very important difference. Because if your only reason for creating is views, what happens when the views don't come? Do you quit? And that is exactly what I want to talk about today. I have identified 8 things that may be making you feel like your channel is not growing. And I am going to tell you what I believe you need to do about each one. But please, don't skip number 8. Because number 8 is not about thumbnails. It is not about the algorithm. It is not even about your content. It may be the real reason you eventually quit YouTube. Come, let's go. Number 1. You keep opening YouTube Studio looking for proof that you are growing. Let us be honest here. Some of us are addicted to that dashboard. You upload a video, then you check views. You check again for subscribers. You check again for watch time. And when the numbers have not moved, your mind immediately says, nothing is happening. But what if something is happening? What if you are learning? What if your latest video taught you something about your audience? What if your thumbnail was better than the one you made last month? What if your introduction was stronger? What if 5 people watched your video and actually one of them needed what you taught? Would you still call that failure? The problem is that we have trained ourselves to only see growth when the numbers are going up. But sometimes the creator grows before the channel grows. So what do you have to do to come out of such a situation? Stop using YouTube Studio only to ask, how many views did I get? Start asking, what did this video teach me? Because if every video teaches you something, you are not wasting uploads. Instead, you are building experience. Reason number 2, you expect your next video to change everything. This one hurts. You spend hours researching, you record, you edit, you create a thumbnail, you upload, and somewhere in your mind you are thinking, this one is going to take off. Then nothing. And suddenly you don't want to make another video. But remember, one video was never to carry your entire YouTube journey. Imagine learning to teach and expecting to be an excellent teacher after one lesson. It doesn't happen. You teach, you make mistakes, you learn, and you teach again. And eventually you become better. YouTube is not much different. What you don't need to do here is, don't ask, did this video make me successful? Instead, ask, did this video make me better? Then make another one, and another, and another. Because sometimes the breakthrough you're waiting for is sitting behind the videos you have not made yet. Number 3. You are creating videos for yourself, not for a real person. This is uncomfortable, but we need to talk about it. Sometimes we make a video because we want to talk about that topic, but the viewer is thinking, why should I care? That is where the disconnection happens. You may have an excellent message, but if the viewer doesn't immediately understand why it matters to them, they may never click. Think about it. When you see a title on YouTube, you don't click because the creator worked so hard. You click because something in the title speaks about you. Maybe it solves a problem. Maybe it creates curiosity. Maybe it makes you say, wait, I need to know this. What to do? Before you make a video, ask yourself, who am I talking to? What are they struggling with? What question are they asking? What do they desperately want to know? Then build your video around that person. Don't just say, I want to make a video. Say, I want to help this particular person. That changes everything. Number 4. You are not learning from your own videos. Here is something I have personally had to understand as a beginner. YouTube is not only a platform where you publish videos. It can also be a classroom, and every upload can teach you something. Maybe people clicked but didn't stay. Maybe people stayed but nobody clicked. Maybe one topic performed better than another. Maybe your opening was too slow. Maybe the thumbnail didn't create enough curiosity. The worst thing you can do is to upload a video, see disappointing numbers, and you simply say, YouTube doesn't like me. No. Stop there. Ask, what is this video telling me? So, what to do? Become a student of your own content. Study your analytics, study your titles, study your thumbnails, and study the comments. Don't just upload and observe. Because a creator who learns from every upload eventually becomes very different from the creator who simply keeps uploading the same thing. Another reason you think your YouTube channel is not growing. Number 5. You are comparing your first chapter to someone else's 10th chapter. This one can destroy you quietly. You open YouTube, you see somebody celebrating 10,000 subscribers, another person 100,000 subscribers, another 1 million subscribers, and then you look at your channel, 83 subscribers, and suddenly you feel like you are doing nothing. But here is the problem. You are looking at their results, not their journey. You don't know how many videos they made that nobody watched. You don't know how many thumbnails they changed. You don't know how many times they wanted to quit. You don't know how long they stayed invisible. You are comparing your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 10. That is not fair. What to do here? Compare yourself with yourself. Ask, am I better than what I was 6 months ago? If your answer is yes, you are growing. Maybe your audience has not noticed yet, but you are becoming that creator who can eventually serve that audience. Number 6, you are chasing viral videos instead of building a channel. There is nothing wrong like wanting a video to go viral. Of course, we want people to see our work. But if every morning you wake up thinking, how do I make something viral? You can become exhausted because you start chasing trends. You start copying other creators. You start making videos you don't even enjoy. And eventually, you don't even recognize your own channel anymore. What to do here is build skills, learn how to tell stories, learn how to research, learn how to communicate, learn how to create better thumbnails, learn how to write better titles, learn how to keep people interested. Because you don't want to accidentally get one viral video. You want to become good enough to keep creating valuable videos. Number 7, you stop because you are disappointed. This one is very real. You had expectations. Maybe you thought you would have 1,000 subscribers now. Maybe you thought your videos would be getting hundreds of views. Maybe you thought monetization would come quickly, but reality didn't match your expectations. And that is when a dangerous thought comes. Maybe this isn't for me. You stop uploading. 1 week passes, then another. Eventually, you don't even know how to start again. What to do when you are in such a situation? Lower the pressure, not your ambition, your pressure. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. Give yourself permission to create a video that doesn't perform. Because one bad performing video doesn't mean you are a bad creator. It means that video didn't perform the way you hoped. Those are two very different things. Number 8, you are more interested in monetization than the reason you created that channel. And this is the one I really want you to think about. Some people start YouTube excited. They have an idea. They want to teach. They want to entertain. They want to help. They want to share their experience. Then they discover monetization. And suddenly everything changes. Now they are counting subscribers, counting watch hours, checking how close they are to the requirements, thinking about how much money they might make. And there is nothing wrong with wanting to make money from your work. That is not the problem. The problem is when monetization becomes the only reason you can continue. Because what happens when you don't reach it as quickly as you expected? What happens when your video gets 30 views? What happens when your subscribers stop increasing? What happens when you work for months and results are still small? If money was your only motivation, you will eventually become tired. And that is where many people quit. But ask yourself something deeper. If nobody paid me today, would I still enjoy making this? For me, the answer is yes. Because I am a teacher. I love teaching. I love reading. I love researching. I love discovering something and saying, let me explain this to somebody. That is what keeps me going. The views matter. The subscribers matter. Monetization matters. But they are not the only reason I create. Passion gives me a reason to continue while I'm still waiting for results. And maybe that is what you need to do too. Don't quit in the middle of your story. So if you are sitting there right now, looking at your YouTube studio and the numbers are low, and you're wondering whether anything is happening, I want you to breathe. You are not necessarily failing. You may simply be early. You may still be learning. You may still be discovering your audience. You may still be finding your voice. And yes, you have a long way to go. But so does every beginner. I am still a beginner too. I am still learning. I am still researching. I am still creating. And I am still looking at my own numbers to tell me whether what I love doing is worth doing. I will keep learning. I will keep creating. I will keep teaching. And if growth comes slowly, I will still be there. Because maybe the question isn't, why isn't my channel growing fast enough? Maybe the better question is, who am I becoming while I am waiting for it to grow? So, if your viewers are low today, don't quit. If your subscribers are not moving, don't quit. If monetization is taking longer than expected, don't quit. Keep creating, keep learning, keep improving. And please, don't let smaller numbers convince you that you have a smaller future. If you found this video helpful, please share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.